Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Sekiro, where last time we beat the game. Sword Saint Isshin Ashina. Holy shit. What an incredible final boss. An absolute joy, an absolute rush of adrenaline. It was so much fun. I've talked to some people since who have said that that fight can be a pretty big wall for some people, so I definitely feel proud of how things turned out. I don't know if it was adrenaline or maybe hyper focus, whatever it was. At the end, I was definitely in a flow state, and all I could hear while the fight was going on was hesitation is defeat. Hesitation is defeat. Don't think, just do. And things turned out okay. Such a cool experience. And I've also had a little bit of time to think about the lore implications. Somebody mentioned the fact that the Mortal Blade, the Black Mortal Blade, is referred to as the Open Gate, which didn't make any sense to me at the time when we first read that. But now, thinking about Genichiro slicing his neck and opening the gate for Isshin Ashina in his prime to come back from the dead. Loly moly, what a cool discovery. And I'll be looking forward to uncovering more and more of all the different lore tidbits at some point, whether it's through Vati or somebody else. I also really liked the ending. I also really liked the fact that we were able to get the frozen tears. We did all the stuff with the fruits of the serpent. It felt good for doing that on a first playthrough. And the ending, I really liked the Divine Child as a character, and getting to see her and Sekiro, Wolf, walking off into to the west. It was a really fitting conclusion to things. And now we're ready to turn our attention here to New Game Plus. And so I've been trying to tie up any last minute loose ends that I possibly can in New Game here. And one of them, I did manage to do a little bit of backtracking, and I found a interaction between a couple NPCs that we hadn't met before.
お疲れ様でした、父様。永遠などなくとも、私も姉様もずっと一緒ですよ。だから休みましょう、父様。
Yeah, so it turns out that was actually her father, and a nice little connection to find there and a bit of closure, which doesn't always happen in a FromSoft game. And I also was hinted that I had missed some loot back in Fountainhead Palace near the pagoda. There's a little room that you can get to through an underwater passageway that I had just completely missed. And it turns out there were some carp scales there. And there was also this item. There was another item that I found, Water of the Palace. A cup filled with divine waters, a drink popular with nobles of the palace. When a wedding procession arrives at the Fountainhead Palace, this is the drink they are greeted with. The nectar of the palace nobles. Go ahead, drink to your heart's content. And the only place that I could think that this would probably be of use was back here in Mibu Village. I did actually quickly check in with our basket wearer, who we hadn't met before. So unfortunately, Shisuke did end up drinking the waters. The basket didn't cut it. Who would have guessed? But we still also have this priest over here. We have the priest, and this is where this was the only potential NPC that I could think of who would be interested in these waters of the palace, right? This is the end of the wedding procession, right? The wedding cave is right near here. So it would have to be you, right? You're all into drinking, and you couldn't get enough, right? So maybe this is what you're looking for? There it is. I did actually check this off camera to make sure, and I can't think of anybody else who this would... who this water of the palace would be for, so let's give it to him.
いただける。松座に加えていただける。ようなあ、そなたにこれを信ぜよう。
Oh, we get a Dragon Spring sake from you. Okay. So this is where we get our third sake. Now we have 3 copies of this. We didn't get to drink any. We didn't get to have any happy hour with any of our friends. We'll have to do that in New Game Plus. Hopefully these carry over. Oh boy, he is really going to town now. Okay, so we have the 3 copies of the Dragon Spring sake. Was it in? Those do go in into key items. We have a copy of Monkey Booze as well, and I think we also, I think this was going to be for Ishin. I don't think we got to drink Monkey Booze with him. So there's a couple options that we need to explore in New Game Plus. Gulping. Lots and lots of gulping. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly reload the game here and see if we can get anything to progress with you, see if there's anything more. Oh my god. You are immediately... You have immediately become a noble of the palace. I should probably take you out before you get to do your terror business on me. So... Oh my. Well, that did not take long, did it? That did not take long at all. And you do drop treasure carp scales. How many? You do drop 5. You drop 5 carp scales. That's kind of what I was hoping for. That is kind of what I was hoping for, because that brings us to plenty. That brings us to plenty. I think we can definitely buy everything else now from the carp vendor. So let's go. Let's go buy the stuff. Hey there, dude. I have some carp scales. You've been wanting the carp scales, and I finally found them. I was so convinced that we had screwed things up irreparably, but holy shit, there were still some carp scales to find. God damn. Thank you to the person who hinted me to get the stuff that I had missed in the Fountainhead Palace. I had done a lot of backtracking, but that was one place that I thought we had been pretty thorough in. Boy, was I wrong. All right, so we're going to get we're going to get the second mask fragment. And then I think that is all. I don't think you have anything else. I have 2 carp scales left over. Look at that. Look at that. So... I have a feeling that we're going to have to reload. Yeah, this is one of these things that I haven't been doing enough, but we just need to reload probably here and see what we get. So let's do that. So I warped back to the idol because reloading the game didn't actually do anything. So I thought maybe you need like a full zone reset to actually get something to happen here. But it looks like he's the same. It looks like he is actually just the same. So maybe there is actually just no progression. I was thinking that we were going to get some last little something to happen. I don't know, like him growing into like a bigger carp and then, who knows, attacking us, or who the fuck knows. But apparently that is the end of the road with this guy. So, okay, we have both mass fragments, or 2 of the mass fragments, I should say. So we should head back and get the 3rd. Why don't we go ahead and see what that does? I really don't know if, again, what exactly is supposed to happen, but I think we should try. We have tons of money that I'm actually going to be running out of ways to spend in probably the not too distant future. At least, you know, spending on substantial upgrades, right? Once we have the Shinobi prosthetic tree fully upgraded, and there's not going to be too many ways to spend our sen, so let's just go ahead and buy this. And if it's, you know, if we waste, it's okay if we drop 5,000 sen here on a mass fragment that doesn't do anything and we have to do it over in New Game Plus. I'm just thinking, like, maybe this is one of these things that you have to have purchased at a certain point in order for something to trigger. But maybe it's just something that happens anytime. You just need to get 3 mass fragments at any time, and then... oh, we need to pop some coin purses. So we need 1,800. So we'll do a bulging. And we'll do one of these. We have so many coin purses. And that brings us almost exactly to 1,000. 5,000. So we have this mass fragment dragon. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. And does anything happen? It automatically assembles. So we have a dancing dragon mask. A dragon's head dancing mask made whole by piecing the fragments back together. Grants the ability to exchange skill points for attack power in the sculptor's idol menu. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is just... This is not about, like, triggering some sort of, like, lore-related sequence. This is actually, like, a character power-up item. Totally would not have guessed that. The Okami warrior women would wear this to the Fountainhead Palace. There, they would dance as an offering for the dragon. Mysteriously, the ritual left them brimming with vigor. So it does sound like it is kind of connected to Tomoe and the Okami warrior women. That was my only vague idea, that maybe there was going to be something. I've been hoping that Tomoe might be a boss or something. It doesn't look like that's the case. So, okay, well, that's really cool. That is really cool that we can actually just up our attack power. So then how does that actually look? If we were going to enhance our attack power with skill points, well, I mean, do I want to? How many am I going to spend is the question. I guess we have a lot. Let's just do it and make sure we know how many we have. I'll do a little bit of science here like I like to do. We have 2583. So let's just spend 1 and see how much that takes. So we go from 2583. I wish it would tell you how many skill points you're spending. That would be kind of nice. Oh, I spent skill points. Oh, okay. I get it now. I see. So we weren't... the skill points, it's not this 2583 number. It's this number. We went from 8 to 3. Well, I'm not sure that's what I wanted to do, because there are still a lot of skills that I want to be collecting, but we'll get back our experience in no time, I'm sure. We got an enhancement to our attack power, which is fine. That's totally, it would be, I guess, maybe a lot more useful earlier in the game, but you really don't get access to this until at least Fountainhead Palace, right? Because that's where the last mass fragment is, and it costs 12 carp scales, so it's pretty hard to get earlier in the game. So maybe it is much more of like an end game. You can spend this, it's really an end game thing, right? Because once you've filled out all of the different skill trees, you have nothing else to spend skill points on. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and buy a couple upgrades. Spend a little bit more of our sen, and I think these are the only two, the Leaping Flame and the Lazulite Axe. I think these are the only two that we could, or these are the two that we could get. I could get like the Sabimaru on its own. It's really the Fulminated Mercury that I don't have enough of right now. I'd have to go like grind some more. So I think I'm just going to grab 2 upgrades instead of 1, just for the heck of it. This Leaping Flame, we'll go ahead and grab this. Bathe the tip of the loaded spear in flames, making it a dangerously sharp spear and firearm. Blazing Thrust, Drag, Leaping Flame. I do maybe want to try that. We could try that against like the Chained Ogre when we get to New Game Plus here. And then the Lazulite Axe, capable of dispelling enemy illusions. We'll have to try out more of these types of abilities that might work against illusions, because I still don't really know exactly what an illusion is in this game. But we'll try this one out later. Let's go ahead and grab that. So there we go. We have, I think we have completed all of our spending. I did actually grab as well the green gourd, so we have all the different types of gourds, and we have so many different upgrades and skills that we've purchased. I did equip this this dragon flash that we got from Ishin, so let's go ahead and try that out here. I'll give myself some bullets, give myself some free bullets, some spirit emblems, and we'll try out this let's see how this looks here. Okay, so it comes from when you're blocking. It comes from when you're blocking and you It does take a bit of time. It's not like an instantaneous ability. Let's go and give some more here. And drink again. And then you have the one that you can hold these to charge it up and send out a shockwave. Okay, that is very cool. We're definitely going to be giving that a try here. Probably against the first general. We'll see how that goes. I like it. I like it. Okay. Very, very cool ability. Really cool ability. That I'm still thinking about that Sword Saint fight and just how sick. Ishin Ashina the Tengu is such a badass. I'm going to also pick up a skill here. I spent 5 of my skill points unexpectedly because the game doesn't explain these things to you very well. But we still have enough to buy this flowing water, which I have had my eyes on for some time because it's a pretty good skill, I think. Most enemies have swords, so let's pick that up. And it also should give us access to this last ultimate ability, the Ashina Cross. From a sheathed stance, draw the blade at high speed. Also costs spirit emblems to use. Hold the stance to intercept at will. Not sure what that means. A secret technique of the Ashina style devoted to the mastery of a swift kill draws a cruciform cut in the blink of an eye, so fast it could sever the arm of Shura, or so boasts Ishin Ashina. I think there is a lore tidbit there referring to the fact that Ishin had to cut off the sculptor's arm, right? And we also kind of had a bit of lore that was given by this guy, right? The Living Force also has this talking about the sculptor. He'd gone too far, killed too many. The flames of hatred had begun to manifest. That one also didn't make sense until we finally saw the Demon of Hatred. These cool little nuggets that are buried in there, and they don't always make sense at first. There's sometimes a very, very long payoff. Okay, I think we're ready. I always feel like I'm wasting time, but we're doing prep. We're getting ready here for New Game Plus because I think we're finally there. I think I bought all the items that I want to get. We've gotten all the upgrades we can get. We only have 1 prayer bead, but I don't think I can get any more this game. I think we have to go to New Game Plus. I've had some hints on what to do to maybe pick up the remaining prayer beads. Oh, right. I wanted to change form. I wanted to actually go ahead and switch back to this, yeah. There was another tidbit here that I had gotten mixed up about Sekiro. Sekiro, I think, is the sculptor, right? That's got to be the sculptor. And I thought I had heard the name from Genichiro, but it was really from Hanbei, right? Hanbei had mentioned that in passing, and I hadn't quite understood it. I sort of got it a little mixed up, and I thought, is that just like another weird way or another, like a different way to say Sekiro? But I think this is actually the name that was given to the sculptor by Ishin. That would make sense, right? Because I think I think what somebody had said was that it's supposed to be monkey instead of wolf. One-armed monkey, something like that. So let's go ahead and switch to this just to kind of mix things up a little bit. And I'm really excited to see what other forms we're going to be collecting as we go through the game once again. But let's, I think we're ready to start it. Let's go ahead. You're unable to return to the current playthrough. Yeah, I'm always nervous about making this choice because it's like, oh, I forgot something. I could have done this one other thing. But I think we've exhausted our chances and our options for this time through. So let's get it started. Let's go ahead and jump in. New Game Plus. And I do want to check out, I'm guessing it's going to take us into this opening cutscene. There it is. I do want to check this out because it's been a while since I've actually watched this from the beginning all the way through. I've been playing some fresh files, but I usually kind of just skip through this. The shinobi known as Wolf. Oh, wait a second. This is different. Oh, it skipped the opening cutscene. That's what it did. So we don't get to rewatch the opening cutscene. Okay. That's a little bit of a disappointment because I kind of wanted to see that. Because I was curious about the fact that Ishin was missing an eye when we fought him, when we fought the Sword Saint. And I didn't remember that being the case in the opening cutscene. So I wanted to see if maybe my memory had failed me.
目覚めてください。
But we just jump right into the well.
あなたの主のため。
Hi, Emma. Hello once again. Back to the well. There we go. Yeah, so for New Game Plus, I'm going to be trying to do some things differently. I have had some hints, some direction that there are definitely lots of endings to get. There are definitely quite a few endings, and I'm not exactly sure which one we're going to be aiming for, because I don't know what the endings are. I just have been vaguely kind of told like what you need in order to, or what you need to be looking for in order to get them. And because I think the stuff that we had missed was, we had missed these, what is this? Kuro's Charm. So it does lock actually a lot of things from the beginning. Okay. We are going back to a bit of how we had it from the start. They can't give you everything from the get-go. But you do have all of your items, even though we can't quite use them all right now. But what did we get there? We had Kuro's Charm, right? Was it a key item? Kuro's Charm. Placed on the wolf's person in secret after he lost his life in Hirata Estate and gained the power of resurrection. The charm has protected the wolf well, tempering his ordeals. To part with it would mean facing a path of hardship beyond that endured thus far. What does that mean? So what exactly is this doing? Is this giving us our third resurrect from the beginning? We don't have resurrects yet. Our bar just looks like the health bar, right? We don't see the little resurrect things. I have to think about that one. Do we have, so that means we don't have our swim ability. I was wondering exactly how things were going to progress, but they can't really unlock everything from the start, can they? It kind of breaks, like if we had like our grappling hook at the start here, we could just go directly to the dungeon. So we can't do that yet, which I suppose does make sense that they don't really want to completely break the natural progression of the game. And they're not giving us the tutorial messages. They're expecting us to be old pros by this point. We'll just quickly check around here. I don't expect there to be... We can't run yet, which is unfortunate. I don't expect there... I really actually don't know what to expect. I'm thinking of kind of the previous New Game Pluses that I have done. With the exception of Dark Souls 2, pretty much every New Game Plus so far has just been like a rehash of the original. Like, they might change sort of like the key items. Like the key items that you would get might be replaced by something like, I don't know, a Madman's Knowledge or something. But other than that, the New Game Pluses have been pretty much exactly the same. So I'm curious to see exactly what they're going to be doing here. We can just kind of go past all these guys. Do I have my sword yet? I don't actually have my sword, do I? So they do take you back literally to like you are at the very beginning. Got our eavesdrop here. Lord Genichiro has his reasons. Boy, oh boy, did he have his reasons, all right. No running yet, and no sword, so we still kind of have to proceed like we did at the very beginning. So we'll go over here. A lot of this I'll probably be skipping through. And in general, most of the playthrough, most of New Game Plus, I'm probably not going to be like rehashing every single thing that we've done before. Maybe I'll show like the mini bosses and the bosses or something. If we can find, obviously I'm going to be, like I was saying, I want to be going for some new interactions. I don't know if I got as far as saying that people have said that eavesdrops are a thing. That eavesdrops we need to be looking out for, similar to how we kind of stumbled into an eavesdrop with Ishin at one point. We need to be looking out for other eavesdrops from characters, major characters that we know. The sculptor, I think, is one of them. Because there's some eavesdrop bits of dialogue that do actually unlock things. Or unlock like a different path to a different ending. One thing that I did notice in watching the credits back, after the ending, the voice actor for Kuro is the same voice actor as the Divine Child, which is kind of amazing. That voice actor does an absolutely incredible job. I had initially, when I first played this, when we first were here at the outset, I mistook Kuro, and I thought Kuro was a girl. Kind of the hairstyle sort of threw me off for a second. But there's also a connection there. The voice actor, I believe, is female. She does a really good job. Wolf is so loyal. Wolf is so dedicated. All right, but we have our Kusabi Maru. We're back in business. Let's get our... We don't need our gourd now, do we? So what does he actually say? Do you not remember that night? Yeah, this part has to be talking about Hirata Estate, right? This part feels the same, though. Oh, the Kuro's charm. I think this is what... Oh, let's just give it to him and see. Wow, they're already presenting us with a choice here. I don't even really know what this item does. Like, my vague intuition is that it's connected to our resurrections, but wow. I mean, I'll keep it in my care, but maybe we'll have the choice to give it back to him or insist that he take it at some point later. I don't really know about this one. Well, that is really fun that they're already giving us, they're already presenting us with a choice that is something new, right? There's already something that is different from the first time that you played this, and maybe he'll, like, maybe we could do this dialogue again. Yeah, like, okay, so this is, let's read this one more time. I love to overthink these things, but what is this Kuro's charm supposed to be? After he lost his life, it was placed on the wolf's person in secret. So we were unaware that he gave it to us. Lost his life in Hirata State and gained the power of resurrection. Tempering his ordeals. Does it... Oh, okay. I think... So there has been something that my mods had been wondering about, or had been thinking about telling me, and I'm wondering if this is it. It says tempering his ordeals. I have a feeling that this might have to do with the difficulty. There is a choice. Right. This is something that my mods, I think, had originally tried to tell me about for New Game, but they were mistaken in that it doesn't matter in New Game. We never see this charm at all in New Game, but we have it right away in New Game Plus, and it sounds like it's a way to make things either easier or harder. Like, we could give this charm to him and it would actually make the game harder for us. To part with it would mean facing a path of hardship beyond that endured thus far. Oh, that is interesting. It's almost like the Bell Demon, but we don't necessarily get extra loot. We don't necessarily get extra rewards for doing it. We're just outright making the game harder on ourselves. All right, so I did check with one of my mods, and it turns out that there is actually a reward. The charm doesn't list it here, but you do get increased experience and sen for your troubles. It's just that the additional hardships are not just additional vitality and posture that the enemies have, but also you have to get perfect deflects. If you're just deflect spamming and you miss the parry window, you take chip damage. You actually take something like 30% of the normal hit. So it really incentivizes you to get good at deflecting. And I honestly kind of like the sound of it. I think I'm up for that challenge. Maybe we'll even stack it with the Bell Demon and we'll make a little bit of a challenge run here in New Game Plus. That sounds fun to me. And I also think you can reverse it. I think just like with the Bell Demon, you can talk to the sculptor and he'll give you back the charm. So just like with the Bell Demon, if we're really not having fun with the game, we can always reverse it. But I think I want to try this out. Let's give it a go. It sounds fun to me. I like these kinds of challenges. And I was already thinking about ways that we might sort of up the difficulty. But this, I think, is when the game does it for you, there's something about it that just kind of feels better than you know, coming up with your own arbitrary rule set on, you know, challenge runs. So let's go ahead and do this. Having a little bit of trouble with my controller inputs here for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Suffering is what I desire. that completely unsurprising wolf answer. I think that's okay. I think we'll be up for it. We'll see. I might regret this very shortly. All right, we have chosen the path of further hardships. We'll see how this goes. So we do have, I think I'm also going to, something I just thought of, I was going to maybe do it sooner, but I want to try out, we have to find where this is. Where would it be under game options? No, we need to, I wanted to change the language at least for a little bit, because I did want to get a little bit of an idea, but maybe we can't. Do you have to specify this before you start the game or something? Sound and display. Is it here and I'm just overlooking it? Okay, I guess you can't actually change... Huh. I could have sworn there was an option at some point to change the language, wasn't there? I might just be completely skipping by, but I am not seeing that option here. I was going to change to the English settings just to kind of hear a little bit. I've heard some funny stories about some of the different English voice actors, and I just wanted to get a little bit of a flavor, but I guess we don't have that ability, which is kind of strange. I thought for sure that was an option. I also was looking, I did see a few of our items here. We do carry over quite a bit. We carry over the dragon mask. We carry over our alcohol, the tally board even, which is, I was thinking they would give that one back, but the tally board is still there. We obviously have all our prayer beads, our remnants. We do keep the carp scales as well. So actually, quite a bit carries over here to New Game Plus. Okay, that's cool. Let's go ahead and get it going here and see what it is like fighting with. We have our little mark down there. I see the kanji. Is that extra hardships? If somebody knows the translation, they can fill me in on what that means. But we have our oh, they really have a tough time seeing us. Our additional, I guess that's our shinobi skills where we're harder to detect. All right, let's see how that. Yeah, see, I already took the chip damage there because I was too early on the deflect. There we go. Yeah, so you really are gonna have to, man, the skill that gives you health back after the death blow is now, I think, going to be way, way more important. For a long time, I had just been sort of poo-pooing that skill and kind of thinking like, we don't need it, or I have better things or other things I want to spend my skill points on. But now that might be the skill that's like so OP. Quickly take these guys out. So they don't, at least, you know, we are kind of powered up. I would imagine that if you were doing this on New Game, if you were doing this from, I do believe, I think the other thing that I was told is that you have, as soon as you hit New Game Plus for the first time, you now have the ability to do this same charm, take away the charm, even on a new game. So anytime you start a fresh file now, you should have that option. So I can only imagine what it would be starting a fresh file with this. Let's see about you here. Okay. Oop, way too early there. I need to get up. This guy is slow. He is slow. I'm not dodging at the right, or deflecting at the right time. I'm doing it way too early. And then I didn't dodge at all. Well, I'm gonna have to use a board here. All right, so we are already feeling a little bit more of the challenge. I am so bad on that timing. He's like so slow. I'll peel back my posture as well. I see you're doing that now. The sound is also something that it took me a while to cue into the fact that there's a very different sound when you actually properly hit the deflect. It's a little bit more of like a dull clanking or something if you don't hit it. And I'm going to be much more cued into that. I'm going to be much more aware of the fact that we want to be getting the correct timing. I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and we will fight this guy first because maybe he's a little bit like, I'm not sure now if we're going to be able to zerg down a lot of these enemies. Do the eavesdrop here real quick. I don't know if it gets, oh my god, I did not, fuck me. Okay, let's get back up here. I'm not sure if you get anything for like collecting all the upgrades. I don't think it works like that. I don't think you get any sort of a collection. What I am going to do though is I'm going to use a pellet because I think we get another pellet if at the end of this bridge. I'm sort of wanting to conserve my items. I'm thinking ahead to the encounter with Genichiro and wanting to see if we can get the win. Not sure how much tougher he's going to be. Yeah, so we can't just zerg you down. You are a much tougher nut to crack when we have this. Well, it could be New Game Plus as well. That's the thing, is I have not played New Game Plus before, and so I don't know exactly what's going to be more difficult because of the charm or because of New Game Plus. All right, let's go ahead and call the Divine Heir. This is adding a whole new. I was not expecting this sort of a change already with New Game Plus. Just because the other New Game Pluses before have kind of been, you know, the same. Like you're just kind of doing the same game, the same items basically. Dark Souls 2 was really the major exception to that, but this is fun. We've got something different here. I think I've got my items the way that I want them. We don't have any we don't have a prosthetic tool yet because we don't have our arm chopped off, I guess, theoretically. So but we do have our combat art. Maybe we'll use this Dragon Flash a little bit here. Let's go ahead and jump into it and see how it goes. How much stronger are you going to be here at the beginning? Let's try doing this this combat art here. That does okay. It's not bad. It's doing some chip damage to him. Nice. Love having my Makiri counter. Let's back off and heal. See this part right here with all the different deflects. I'm definitely guilty of deflect spamming that all the time before. We'll have to learn the timing on each of those maybe. So far so good though. I didn't get the jump kick for some reason. Okay. All right, we're pretty powered up. We are a pretty strong character at this point. Okay, we're taking some chip damage here. I need to also recover my posture. I didn't counter quickly enough. That's a pretty cool combat art. I like that. Just keep using that while he's at distance. Get a little bit of chip damage. See, I'm trying to start doing my actually timing to flex. And so I'm going to end up being late on some of these. I like the Dragon Flash, though. I did not jump in time or dodge. Do this as well. Dang, I am super late on that. What do I want to do here? I want to grab this. Wow, I'm going for an extra hit there. And let me take another gourd. It's nice that it does stun him, so we don't get punished for sitting there charging up a big move. I'm just gonna finish you with the Dragon Flash because it's so cool. And we have the Spirit Emblems to spend. Why not? Why not? All right, there we go. A win against Genichiro Ashina at the reservoir. I have seen this before. I did manage to do this once on a fresh file. It feels like more of an accomplishment when you're doing it on the fresh file and you only have, you know, one gourd and no vitality and no attack power. But we still get our arm chopped off regardless, so it really doesn't change much. Really doesn't change too much at all. Stinking Nightjar and their stupid shuriken distracting us. Genichiro is such a badass, though. I absolutely love Genichiro. It does put an interesting spin on things now that we know how things end, or at least how the Sword Saint comes into existence. But Genichiro is still super cool. And we've seen all this, so I think we'll just go ahead and... we might relive some of this dialogue, because there might be some tidbits in here that make more sense in light of... we also know the bit about the Demon of Hatred now. So many cool things, or so many things that this game does so well, planting all of these little seeds. And also, yeah, and when you go back to look, when you go back to relive these moments, they have such, you have such a different lens that you're looking through, knowing what's coming. It was also a detail that I think it completely overlooked for so long, the fact that the sculptor had this prosthetic. Maybe he told us this, I don't remember. I feel like I kind of misunderstood so much about the sculptor. And there we go, we have our prosthetic now. Don't shit talk me. I'd like to see you do better. We actually did beat Genichiro this time, and he's still giving us shit. So there it is. Avoid additional hardships. So I think there is some dialogue here we can check out. Meddling young woman, oh my. Right, so he does give you the choice here. We're gonna have you hold on to this though, because I like the challenge so far. Yeah. And then, okay, so we obviously get to do our upgrades and stuff right off the bat. Not that there's that many left. We only have 2 upgrades, and I don't think we're going to be able to get them for a while. Unless they put lapis lazuli in some other places. All right, so why don't we go ahead then? We got our spirit emblems. We got our spirit emblems there. We'll grab the items. But I think what we're going to do here is we're going to make a beeline. We are going to head straight for, once I grab this coin purse, because you can never have too many coin purses. I'm just going to assume until I'm proven otherwise that all these items are exactly the same. That seems to be the pattern so far. There might be some, like, prayer beads and stuff, some special items that are going to be different. Do we need to commune with this one? We should have this one unlocked automatically. And it looks like we do have all our options here. I had noticed just after we started the game, I just hadn't said anything, but this got de-equipped. I guess it automatically reverts to the original memory when you go to New Game Plus. But we don't have any skill points to spend right now, but we have all our options here. We can't travel anywhere yet, though, because we have to go get idols. So why don't we go ahead? We're going to run around as Sekiro, the sculptor's original outfit. It's a pretty cool one. It's a pretty, let's take a look at it here in the sun. Get the full view of it. It's not a bad outfit. The mask with the, I guess you got to have a place to breathe, but it always seems a little bit funny with the way that the opening they have for the mouth. But let's go ahead and we're going to make a beeline for the Bell Demon. We're just going to head straight there. We're going to run through all this stuff because I want to play the game. I want to play the game with both the Bell Demon and without the charm. I want to do like a, I think we're going to do a challenge run here for New Game Plus, at least until the game really whoops my butt and says, nope, you're not able to do this. You are not good enough. I want to see how it goes, though. We'll grab each of the sculptor's idols here, and we'll also have some fun. We'll have some fun going through, checking out, kind of just running through quickly. I see. Okay, so maybe this is all they're going to do, is that the places where you would have, like, the shinobi upgrades, there's going to be nothing. Oh, man. That's even kind of more feels bad than what they did with Bloodborne, where at least you got, like, you know, a hunter's mark. But I guess there's no bold hunter's marks in this game. So what would you replace it with? You could give like a sugar or something instead, right? The Jizo statues, though, I think I finally know how to use these. I think I did actually use one of these. I was doing a little bit of off-camera fighting against Owl. I was watching somebody, I don't need to go over here. I was watching somebody fighting Owl, as I now have finally allowed myself a little bit to watch some other people playing the game a little. And I was watching somebody fight Owl, and I got the urge. I got the urge to fight him myself. And I did get to use not 1, but 2 Jizo statues. Because you can use those items without penalty. There's no downside. Alright. So we do have to, I think, kill the chained ogre here. I think that is one thing we have to do. So we have a couple different items. Let's kill these guys real quick here. Get the eavesdrop. Again, I don't know if this is like, if there's any point to doing the eavesdrops, but I like to be complete about things, even if we've done them before. All right, at least we're getting proper-ish deflects. We might have missed 1 or 2 there. For the ogre, fire is good, right? Oh, we have this leaping flame now. Bathe the tip of the loaded spear in flames, making it dangerously sharp and a firearm. Charge strike of the spear will knock enemies down and consume them in a fiery blaze. We could try this. Leaping flame. You can do either one, the blazing thrust or the leaping flame. So let's actually equip that. It does cost 2. We can also give ourselves, I don't know what would be better. We've got this Great Feather Mist Raven, but we've also just got the Okanaga's Flame Vent, which we haven't tried either. This one is the continuous stream, right? These are both pretty fun sounding. Why don't we go ahead and we'll give ourselves some extra spirit emblems here. I'm hoping we should be able to get through this fight with -1 gourd, and then we will try we'll try... I have oil, right? So let's get oil. Make this a little bit... We can try the Yashirikus as well on this guy. This feels like a good one to try. Yashiriku's sugar. Because we should be able to get away from you. We should be able to get away. So let's see how close we can get here. We should be able to get pretty close. And then we just do one of these. And we'll really get that attack power going. Wow, we get so stunned ourselves. We get so stunned ourselves. I forgot we have a grappling hook. So that Okanaga's Flame Vent is cool. We can maybe just... We used a lot of Spirit Emblems doing that. Holy shit. Oh, I forgot we have Chasing Slice. That's an ability... Oh shit, I'm already gonna be dead, aren't I? Whoops. Wait, where did I take damage from? Where did I take damage from, actually? I thought I was at, like, full health. When did he... Okay, that was weird. I actually don't know where the hell I took damage from. But, we're learning the ways of some new prosthetic tools here, so we're gonna have some fuck-ups, I guess. We can always just do, like, the normal, you know... The normal way of fighting this guy. We don't have to necessarily get all fancy with the, I should be careful here. We're gonna... Oh, that is... Okay, sure. I was expecting to get a death blow before that. Oh, it's because I used Yashiriku's sugar, of course. Of course. I forgot. Of course we use Yashiriku's sugar. Oh, I should know we shouldn't be able to... We can't stun him that quickly. We cannot stun you that quickly. Now, maybe? Yeah, I am so not used to using the sugar. I just completely forgot that, of course, there is a major drawback to using Yashiriku's. And you don't get your health back automatically. I think I can actually deflect that stuff. I've just never done it. Oh, shit. Okay. Whoopsie. Whoa. He actually one-shots you. Wow. Okay. That was unfortunate. But I should have known. I probably should have known. We are playing with a, we are playing without a charm here. It's a no charm life for us. And we're out of Spirit Emblems. I could probably use my... Ah, shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. God damn it. I got so fucking greedy there. Okay, first death. First death of the New Game Plus. And it was to Chained Ogre of all things. God, he hits so much harder. Whoa, we already get Dragon Rot? God damn. Oh, look at the fangs on that mask. I got so fucking greedy. Here I am using like Yashiriku's sugar. Although the sugar was actually fine. It's just me getting greedy with swings. And thinking I can just zerg this guy down. It's actually a much cooler mask up close. He's not reacting to the fact that we have his outfit on, which is a little disappointing. All right, so I guess we have, yeah, we've given the Dragon Rot already. That is, I wonder if the Dragon Rot accrues more quickly. Fascinating. Let's go ahead and travel back. Let's get the, this might be a lot more challenging than I was thinking. But, of course, I don't know what to expect. Of course, I don't know how New Game Plus is calibrated. Like maybe he comes close to one-shotting you already, just in New Game Plus. Just because it's New Game Plus. Also, you can't zerg these guys down, you know? You do have to actually do a proper parry and deflect sequence. The Yashiriku's Sugar is good. Like, it is nice the way... We should actually do the... We should do... I feel like I spent a lot of Spirit Emblems doing this Flame Vent because I kind of held it down. I don't think I want to hold it down. The Huge Blast of Fire is nice. Maybe I should do a little bit of science on this, but let's get our Tonto one more time. Let's go ahead and do this. And I can actually go ahead and use my Yashiriku's Sugar, right? This is actually a good spot for it. So I can do... That actually works out okay with the Tonto, because I can go ahead, run up here, and use this, right? And now we just need to not get greedy. And I have to remember that I can deflect. I've never actually deflected against this guy, but he's not all... You don't have to dodge literally everything he does. It's like a few key things. But it doesn't have to be everything. And now we can switch to our spear. I thought I was not going to get him down. We do get stangers as well. Oh, I missed the grapple. Okay. Just gotta get back in the flow of the fight and not get greedy. He's not really that tough. Just don't want to get grabbed. Just don't get grabbed, forehead. As I get grabbed. Man, I'm getting so greedy like at the end of the fight. So freaking greedy. No! What am I doing? I'm going for a spear. I'm like, I can get a spear, a quick spear, and stun him and finish the fight. Instead of just sticking with the goddamn, sticking with what I have already been doing. Wow. Died to Chained Ogre twice already. Maybe this challenge mode is not such a good idea. Maybe it's not such a good idea after all. No, that is not the... Why would you grapple over there? Why would it do that? That's so weird. It does it again. What? I don't remember it doing this before. Okay. Yeah, this is where Yashiriku's Sugar is actually like, you know, a good thing. It's like the best use case for it here because oh, he did not get stunned by that. Because everything one-shots you anyways, so it's like, you know, might as well. Yeah, the third move. Wasn't sure if you were gonna do it. Almost got greedy. Whoa! Hello? I got the grappling hook. He was not stunned by the grappling hook, apparently. That is so... What the fuck is going on with this fight? I swear to God. What in the hell is going on with this fight? Why in the world am I doing so bad at this? My goodness. And also, why are you not... I'm trying to bait out an attack from you. There we go. It's not an automatic stun, apparently, with the... Getting the grappling hook, I thought was just like an auto stun. I don't think I've ever seen that before, where he where he freaking... Oh, I see. You get a heavy coin purse instead of a prayer bead. Okay, a heavy coin purse is not nothing. It's going to be a little tough for us to find ways to spend our money, but that's at least something. Did we actually lose our monocular? Or did we got an extra one now? Oh, and a divine grass instead of a gourd seed. So there are some reasonably useful items that they're giving us as replacements here. Okay, gosh. Chained Ogre, already the wall of the playthrough. 3 attempts to get Chained Ogre down. We're gonna go here to the Bell Demon though, because that's, wow. It can't get, I mean, if the Chained Ogre is already one-shotting us, how much harder can we make it on ourselves? It's like the Bell Demon doesn't even matter. Kappa. Wow. This is fun though. This is fun because it does make it a lot more fun. It actually does. Like, I'm getting, you know, a little annoyed because I'm dying to Chained Ogre, but the fact that Chained Ogre becomes a challenge once again is so cool. It's going to make every single encounter that much more challenging. Oh my goodness. We'll make our way here past Headless though, if we can make it without getting slowed too much. Get all the way through here to our very odd secret time, space and time. It's not really a time teleporter, but it really does do a number when it comes to basically giving you a wormhole. A wormhole to another place that is not even close to where you were before. All right, Bell Demon. I'm probably going to be regretting this very shortly, but we're going to do this. We're going to do this because why the hell would we not want to challenge ourselves, right? There it is. It took a minute there. I didn't remember it taking so long. There we have our Sinister Burden, though. It knocks us out of the menu. Bell Demon, yep, you are back. So there we have both of our icons. Oh boy. Oh boy. So now I will head back to the beginning here, and I will more kind of methodically work my way through the, from the beginning. We'll sort of do the normal route, and I probably won't be showing all of it here. Probably will show the mini bosses at least though, because goddamn, if Chained Ogre was already that much of a challenge, holy shit. Oh my god. Everything does so much freaking damage. Motherfucker, dude. I literally took like 3 hits there and I was dead. Because I also, it's partly because I decided to spam R1. Motherfucker. Say nothing. See if she can figure it out. Weak stomach. So she gives you the bell charm regardless, as I suspected. And she's confused no matter what you do. Let's just try the other. Let's try say nothing. Oh, he doesn't actually. He is different. You have to actually answer him to get the full dialogue. Yeah. Okay, we got the bell charm. Hirata estate awaits. Still just possession balloons over here. By the way, if you all have some ideas on where to use possession balloons, I am all ears. That's one of those things that I would definitely be looking up if I were not still trying to maintain some level of blindness to the game. So feel free to fill me in on where you like to use the possession balloons. Definitely not opposed to that sort of information. Now that we're in New Game Plus, like, I still am very... I don't want to get spoilers on what's coming or what new stuff might happen, what new dialogue we might find, all that good stuff. But if you want to tell me things like possession balloons, where to use them, or, you know, if you have certain strategies that you like to use against particular bosses or mini-bosses, all of that, definitely feel free to leave a comment for New Game Plus. I'm definitely more than open to that. Because it's fun to try new stuff, and it's fun to see what everybody else likes to do. Let's go ahead and talk to our friendly peddler over here. This is something I would like to do differently, I know. I think the plan for this this game is going to be to see if we can send Kotaro to you. We're going to try to do something different with Kotaro. I do love Kotaro, sending Kotaro to hang out with all the divine children. But I also do want to see what is different. What happens when we actually get somebody to help out Oniyama? And I feel like Kotaro is the only person that I can potentially think of that might fit that description. I think we have to do this in order to open up his shop. So we'll do that, although we have plenty of sen, so it doesn't really matter what we do here. Or, I mean, it's like 10 sen to open up a shop. I think I can afford that. Mostly skipping through all of this just because we have been through all of this once before. I don't think we have to purchase any information. We'll just come back when you have your shop open. Although now you won't be selling the Phantom Kunai anymore, right? Which is really the main reason. The main reason to interact with you in New Game. Alright, so outside of that little ruckus, the rest of the outskirts here has been pretty chill, pretty uneventful as I've been just clearing out everything, and we're ready to take on the general here, who gave us so much shit at the beginning of the game. I was trying so hard to unlearn my dodge muscle memory and failing so badly, but let's see if we can do some good stuff here against you. Liking this dragon flash though, holy shit. So if we don't, it is a pretty slow move even if you don't charge it, so we do have to be careful about that. And he has more reach than I remember. There's also this chasing slice, which I have honestly forgotten about. We started using like Shadow Rush and these other moves that also close the distance. I almost dodged again there. But Chasing Slice is still pretty good. Wow, he does so much damage. Everything does so much damage. That does a lot of posture damage though. Did I knock him out of his thing? Okay. Alrighty. We're a little bit more powerful than we were before. So we get heavy coin purses, I think, for prayer beads. And nothing for gourds. Nothing for gourds. That's a bit of a bummer. It'd be nice if we kind of got coin purses for everything. Maybe I'm a little too greedy, but it is a little bit feels bad when there's not a replacement for, you know, a shuriken upgrade or a gourd or something like that. At least they are replacing the prayer bead, so there's that. But not too much trouble from the general here, fortunately. We've learned a lot. We have come a long ways in our Sekiro experience. All right, time for General number 2 here. General number 2, a little bit of a step up. Got some other moves. Got some other moves that we need to be aware of. But we have a move ourselves, which unfortunately does not interrupt him in his jump, at least. I really am liking this this Dragon's Rush, though. It does interrupt some moves. It does interrupt some moves, at least. And it really builds up the posture damage, so... Assuming we interrupt his heal there. Okay, all right. Yeah, like I said, we are significantly more powerful than we were at the start of the game. So much more vitality and posture. So even so many more healing gourds. So many cool abilities like this. Man, this is actually really good. This might be my new favorite. Sword Saint, thank you for the combat art. I am loving it so far. But I'm in general just loving, even though we have put on both the Bell Demon and this the charm, or taken away the charm, so far the Chained Ogre gave us a little bit of a headache. But so far nothing too crazy. Now one mini boss who might change that might be Headless. I'm not feeling frisky enough to attempt Headless right this second. So we're gonna keep making our way here through the rest of the outskirts, and maybe we'll try to make it our goal here to get to Gyoubu. But first we gotta make it through Serpent Valley. And I think I have done this enough now on a fresh file where I should be pretty experienced at this. Especially if we have like our Gachin's Spirit Fall here to help us out. I think we can actually go straight here. And we just jump down here. No items here, right? It would be pretty nasty if they were to throw in some new curveball, some new unexpected snake pattern that we haven't seen before. But I'm not expecting that here. Should be just the same old get to the cave before the snake eats you. You can't catch me, ha 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 ha. I'm gonna take the Spirit Fall here and try to... Yeah, see, with Spirit Fall, man, it is actually way harder to detect us. Now, can I actually just make it under you like this? Nope. Not quite, never mind. I kind of slowed down there. I usually kind of just sprint through. I usually sprint through. It's not worth healing here, but because he one-shots us. The snake one-shots us. But I usually just sprint through that part, and if you are just kind of non-stop running, you actually do make it. You make it to the other side fairly safely. You're able to get there, I should say, before the snake. Like the snake kind of is not ready for you to be in this part. So I was a little bit behind schedule there. No big deal though. Should be no big deal. I was gonna say, where's my death blow? Where is my snake eye stabby? Now this is a part where we could die. I have died here before. Not on the first. Yep, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. If you get a little bit out of sequence, that is something that some people were commenting and saying that yeah, that's maybe the more expected thing that happens most of the time. That the fact that I made it through unscathed on my first attempt was actually kind of lucky, and maybe that proved to be the case there. We're just gonna go ahead and activate. We won't do it just yet. What I meant to do, actually. It's fine. Wait, where's the snake? Hello? Oh, did us dying finish the sequence? Because we already did the eye stab. Well, that's new. I thought you had to completely finish the sequence there, or else the snake is not gone yet. I guess I was wrong. The snake appears to be gone. He did get some revenge before hitting the road. It is interesting to me. I don't know if there's a connection, but it is interesting to me to note that Sword Saint Ishin Ashina has an eye missing. And I'm not sure if that was the case or not in the opening cutscene. But the snake also has an eye that is missing. Because of us, of course. Not sure if there's a connection there, and probably reading into something that's not actually a thing. But I thought it was interesting. Okay, one death this time going through Serpent Valley. I guess when we're rocking the Bell Demon, we're rocking no charm. There's gonna be some one-hit shenanigans that are gonna happen, and we shouldn't be too sad about things. All right, we're gonna go ahead and, while we're still relatively low on experience, we're gonna just go ahead and give a shot here at Gyoubu. Let's take on Gyoubu the demon and see what we have in store for us. How much tougher are you this time, my dude? We'll go ahead and pop my Spirit Fall. And we should be able to use firecrackers against you. Yep. I didn't use them the first time because I don't think I had them yet. I'm not sure. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. Not deflecting. Not deflecting in time. We should probably drink. I need to drink. There we go. Heal my posture a little bit here. Yeah, see, if I'm just straight up blocking, I think we take the chip damage as well. You don't stay stunned for too long, but it is useful. You are a beast. Your horse is a beast. And man, we actually do a lot of damage, don't we? I thought I was getting a grappling point there. Let's take a pellet, because we have too many. Missed my grapple point. As soon as you stop running, I want to use, well... I guess you were in the middle of a move? Ah! My deflect timings are going to be very off with you. Oh my god, what am I doing? It actually stuns the horse. It stuns the horse mid-air. That's hilarious. Why was that not a deflect? I don't know. He comes down kind of like the Guardian Ape does, doesn't he? He comes down out of a stun with an attack. I've never used the firecrackers before on him, so I'm not used to that. We do a lot of posture damage if we actually deflect you, though. The grappling hook is the best, though. The grappling hook is the best, and we deal so much damage now. We deal so much damage with our Akko Spirit Fall. There are actually 2 Forgive Me's there, aren't there? There's a Forgive Me. Wolf says Forgive Me. But then also, Gyoubu asks Genichiro to forgive him. I was confused about that. I remember being confused about that at the start. We get another memory. Oh, snap. We actually get another memory, which means we get to raise our attack power even more? Whoa. Bosses let you raise your attack power still. I totally was not expecting that. I mean, let's see if it actually lets us do it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding here, but we got the memory, didn't we? We have a memory. Oh, that's really cool. Wow, we can even get more powerful than I thought that our attack power... Is there going to be a cap to our attack power then? Because now we have this... Let's go ahead and do this. I imagine it's the same... It's going to be the same text as before, right? Oniwa would later go on to become Genichiro Ashina's most trusted retainer. So, and now we actually get 15 attack power. Because we have this ability now with the mask. The dragon mask actually gets us skill points as well. Maybe there's no cap on our attack power? There's got to be some point that it caps us, right? But we actually have 2 of these now. There is a number next to these. Oh, I just totally... It did not register that we would be able to get multiples of these. There's no number next to these. But of course, number held has 2 of 99. So I don't know how many New Game Pluses you can get into. Theoretically, I guess you could get into 99 of them. Wow, we can actually continually power up our attack power. That is amazing. Let's quickly check over here. That's really fun. That makes it even more exciting now. Taking on bosses. It makes the mini bosses are a lot less of a priority. We'll see if Headless drops anything. Maybe Headless drops a coin purse instead of the Spirit Falls now. We'll see if there's just any... There's not going to be anything new here. Not going to be anything new at the... Of course, there's no Gourd Seed. And I already spent all my money beforehand on Spirit Emblems. We had started to get pretty low on Spirit Emblems at the end of the game, so it's not the worst thing to have a whole bunch of money to spend on Spirit Emblems. Keep those nice and healthy. Hi, Tengu, aka Ishin, aka the final boss. Holy shit. This guy's such a cool character, though. Before I kill you, tell me your name. What a line. What a great fucking line. Yeah, see, that line makes a lot more sense. Now that we know the name Sekiro, the way he laughs there, it's a knowing laugh, like it's reminding him of Sekiro, the one-armed monkey. Of course, I will always hunt the rats for you. We already have the text, the esoteric text, so I'm not sure if he's going to give us anything for killing the rats this time. What a great character, though. This voice actor is really good. I think she does a couple different characters. I think she does the lady that gives us the charm as well. Deep-seated hatred. Where does all that hatred go? She was trying to warn us all along. All along. The hatred was right there by my side. Oh my goodness. Demon of Hatred. All right, we made it through the Outskirts. It's nice to see. Nice to see after we've gone through the war-torn outskirts so recently. It's nice to see everything kind of back to its peaceful pre-war state. Pay no attention. Mind not the fact that everybody is still trying to ruthlessly murder us, but it's a much more chill place compared to the beginning or the end of the game, I should say. But yeah, I think this is where we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this installment of Sekiro. A nice, fun start here to our New Game Plus and our challenge run, I guess it is turned into, without the Kuro's Charm. What a great surprise. I am really, really glad that that is a thing. I say that now. I'm sure I may come to regret that later when one of these bosses that we weren't having too much trouble with before becomes an absolute nightmare. Can I not get up top? How am I... Wait, how do I do this again? How do I get up here again? There's probably not even anything here, but I have forgotten... Oh my gosh. I have forgotten how to scale the inside of this building. Unless you're not able to get up here now because it's just a prayer bead and they don't want to... There's no prayer bead to give you in New Game Plus. Because is there not a grapple point here? What am I missing? But either way, it's been a lot of fun to... oh, there it is. Okay. I just wasn't seeing the grapple point because grapple points can be finicky. It has been a lot of fun, though, to get through the outskirts. We got down the mini-bosses that gave us so much trouble before. Funny enough, Chained Ogre freaking whooped our butt a little bit just because I got greedy. You can't get greedy, especially with... See, that's nice. I actually, now that I know how to use this item, I am glad that some of our prayer beads are going to be Jizo statues and not just coin purses. That's good. That's a nice pickup there. But yeah, we will continue to press forward. I'll figure out where we're going to be going next. Probably I'm going to try to do things in a little bit of a different order from before. Maybe try to do a lot more stuff before we take on Genichiro. Maybe see how far we can make it through all the different other zones like Senpo and Sunken Valley and whatnot, because some of those places are going to be locked. Part of the way locked. I think like the gun fort, we don't get the gun fort key until getting past Genichiro, so we won't be able to probably make it through the entirety of those zones, but I kind of want to see, at the very least, how things look different. We should have a different time of day that we might be able to see exactly how those places look. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. Fun times here. We'll wrap up this first New Game Plus installment, and we'll continue our Charmless Bell Demon challenge run next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.